Hello. Another in-studio yap with me, Nicole. By the way, I wore a dress today. Should I show you? Wore a dress. And it's a little big, but it wasn't big when I got it. It actually was small. Lost some weight. I'm going to do a whole video on that. But I got it at Walmart. And I went to an event today, like a networking lunch. And I got so many compliments on this dress. They're like, I love your dress. I'm like, got it at Walmart. And I always say to people, listen, you could buy fashion, but you can't buy style. Do you know what I mean? So it's like you could take, and I'm obsessed with these earrings. These earrings are so fun. These earrings are from Old Navy. They're so light. I don't know. Can you see them? Let me take one out. They're so light, but they're like big. Hold on. So I had like a whole thing where I'm such a Leo, obviously, like my animal print. I love wearing gold jewelry, although I love this necklace. It has like shimmer on it, but I'm always doing this with it. So I had a networking lunch and I always get compliments on my Apple Band watch too, which I literally saw this Apple Band watch in the nail salon like 7 or 8 years ago. And this woman had it and she said it's a Lagos, which by the way, Lagos is it was started in the flagship is on Walnut Street. It's Philadelphia based. And it was definitely like a treat yourself, but I don't really have a lot of like really nice jewelry. And I wanted to start wearing my Apple Watch again because I really wanted to track my steps. And I have extremely sensitive skin. I'm very prone to eczema and it's contact dermatitis, which means like I don't actually, can you see this? Probably can see it. I wore one of my favorite necklaces from Amazon yesterday and it screwed up my neck. And now this one I got in FabFitFun box doesn't really screw up my neck, but this one is from Amazon and it does. But sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know if my eczema girlies, like sometimes it affects it, sometimes it doesn't. So anyway, this tennis bracelet is Amazon. No, I don't get any issues. So this is Lagos, definitely treated myself, but I usually just wear gold. And so because this is silver, I had to like incorporate some more silver things. So it just didn't like stand out on its own. Anyway, but my point being is that I always say you could buy fashion, but you can't buy style. So this dress, I literally got it for like $7. Oh, and these shoes, is this weird? If I like, should I just take it off? Hold on, let me just take off my shoe. Because I was gonna like hold up my leg and I think that'd be really weird. So these shoes, I also got at Walmart years ago and I'm obsessed with them. So much so that like 2 of my friends, shout out to Diana, look how cute these shoes are. Okay, super comfortable. They match Walmart. I don't know if they still have them though, but I have another pair. I have another backup because I love them so much. Time and true. So Walmart, right? Old Navy, Amazon, FabFitFun box, watches Lagos. So, and by the way, the watch band is Lagos. The actual Apple Watch is a Series 3 that I got free from my friend Fernando. So my friend Fernando, who now lives in Portugal, by the way, he was getting a new one and he's so generous. Sent me, I gotta put on my shoe. I'll put on my shoe later. He sent me this and it's so old, but the only thing I usually use my Apple Watch for is I wanted to track my steps. And I definitely said I get at least 7,000 steps a day, like just existing, like walking around my apartment, going from my apartment to my parking garage, coming here, walking around. And so I think for me to like actually put a dent in my fitness, like I have to spend another 35 minutes like up in it because I'm already doing like 7,000 or 8,000 steps just existing. If I do a little bit of working out, I'm getting over 10,000. So like I need to up it, which what are you going to do? Right. So anyway, I think that if you never have to buy stuff that's like crazy expensive for it to look fun. And especially if you're just like chilling, you know what I mean? Like I just feel like I get so many and I get a lot of really nice messages from people like, where do you get your outfits? Like Old Navy, Target, Macy's, H&M, Amazon. Like I don't know if I bought a $40 top the other day at Francesca's and I was like, whoa, $40. I would like to know though what it's like to have a lot of money and just be able to buy stuff that's like really tailored. That's how like I think people are like really rich when things are very like tailored to them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like obviously like this looks big, right? And it's fine. Like I'm not really going anywhere, but like rich people have stuff that's just tailored. It just fits them perfectly, and you can tell. Wait, I wanted to talk about the other day about how weird it was that Taylor Swift walked behind the wall. And so right away I thought it was strange. So everybody was really excited. Eagles-Chiefs game. What's Taylor Swift going to wear? The whole family's probably going to be there. And then she wasn't there. No one spotted her. But then all of a sudden, supposedly she walked in behind this like it was this movable wall, right? They had like Chiefs employees like walking, like, do you know, like when you go to like get a wax and they have like the walls that like the accordion walls. That's what it looked like. And then super Swifties were like, it's bulletproof. It's for safety. There were no pictures of her, no pictures anywhere to be found. People assumed she was walking behind this wall, right? Here's the thing. The NFL stadium is one of the most, not protected, I mean, I guess protected, safe areas. I mean, between the NFL, you have to think it's $1 trillion industry. The sophistication of the security alone, right? Not to mention she has her own bodyguard. So it's like, I don't think it was safety, right? And then all of a sudden, Kane Brown then posted the photo of her. So it was Patrick Mahomes' 30th birthday. They had a party at the restaurant that Travis and Patrick owned together. And Kane, who's a Dallas Cowboys fan, somehow now is like friends with Patrick Mahomes. So it's Kane Brown, Caitlyn, Brittany, Patrick, Taylor, and Travis all in a picture together. And Caitlyn's from here, so like she says she's an Eagles fan, and I'm like, okay, so whatever. Anyway, Taylor was in this like terrible outfit with these awful shoes, and a lot of people say that she can't dress, and I will agree with that. Sometimes her outfits are really good. Sometimes they're just bad. And that's how Travis is. He was wearing that outfit. Like when you see Devontae Smith rocking the suit with the shorts, and he looks so good. And then you had Travis. What got me, you have to go to Kane Brown's Instagram. What got me was Travis literally was wearing like petty socks. Like he had these like weird pilgrim shoes on, and like Taylor had a pilgrim shoe on, and then you could see the outline of the athletic sock. I was like, dude, wear a loafer and go sockless. Like, but he wore it. When Tate McRae was on SNL, she also wore like an athletic sock. I'm like, what are you doing? And it's not like, because you could wear an athletic sock where it's like this scrunchy, like the fashion sock. This was Travis like literally put on like a white sock, and I don't know why it made me cringe so much. It's so dumb that it made me cringe, but like it just did. I was like, stop. And I think her outfit was just weird too. Anyway, a lot of reports are saying, okay, so there's this guy on TikTok named the Swiftologist, and he doesn't really talk about her personal life. He's very, very, very into the music. He calls himself like a music critic, and he was saying the rollout. I mean, it is less than a month until Life of a Showgirl comes out, and she's been mute. There's been nothing going on, right? And so it's really interesting because he was basically like, what's going on? That is she just not doing anything? And then people are like, well, this is like Beyonce got to this point that they're so big, they have such a fan base, they don't need to do anything. They just like, boom, release an album. And then there was reports saying that, oh, no, Taylor's going to do something huge. It's going to be worldwide, and her walking into the stadium behind a wall actually is like part of the rollout of the album. So I'm like, is it like a peek behind the curtain? Because we've been waiting for a documentary. We know that the Eras Tour is filmed. And listen, the Eras Tour movie was great, but I want to see behind the scenes. I want to see the making of the Eras Tour. I love the behind the scenes stuff. And so I'm like, is it like behind the wall? Do you know what I mean? Like a peek behind the screen? A peek behind the screen would be good. So I don't know. Maybe it was the fact that she just didn't want to be seen, but to me, like, then just don't go. Just watch the game at home, you know? And Travis was very off, obviously. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I mean, obviously, like, I'll probably stay up till midnight and listen to it. And I do love the fact that no one saw pictures of her, and then Kane Brown was the one that dropped a photo. Like, Not Brittany, not Patrick, like Kane Brown, and I guess like they became friendly ever since they performed together at Titan University in Nashville when she went on stage and sang Shake It Off. So Kane Brown's in the world. He's in the T-Swift world now. So, you know, kudos to him. But anyway, so there's your little fashion pop culture update. Another in-studio yap. Thanks for hanging.